Hello friends, welcome to this channel, Center of Excellence Pharma 4. This is 117th episode. I'm going to discuss about digital twins unplugged and how they are going to contribute it in pharma's virtual revolution. Before starting up the episode, let me give you a brief idea about what is our focus areas. We have developed a concept Center of Excellence Pharma 4. Dr. Jain Joshi, that's myself, has designed this idea with an objective of considering various emerging technologies which are really coming up, like cloud, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, blockchain, robotics, chatbot, and how these technologies in an integration can contribute to the farmers' challenges and give them a solution which can help them to migrate the present old technology solution with a digital transformation into the new technologies, helping pharma industry to achieve Pharma 4, maintain all those regulatory documentation, and achieve operational and business excellence. With this objective, we have developed a lot of content at our website, respa.com. We have designed a course on Udemy platform that's a smart manufacturing in pharma with about 20 modules. Our YouTube channel is existing since the last 5 years and discussing about business strategies going up to the audits and validation. Podcast channel, you are regularly listening it. I'm sure you find it very useful, looking at it, excellent response globally and increasing the number of listeners. Our book series is also available on Amazon and Kindle edition and paperback, where we have already published 10 books related to these particular topics only. So let's start with the agenda. I'm going to discuss about virtual pharmaceutical excellence by digital twin unplugged, manufacturing and process optimization, regulatory compliances excellence, personalized medicines and therapeutic innovation, market dynamics and strategic value creation, implementation excellence and strategic framework, future directions and strategic evolution, and finally the conclusion. So let's start with those digital twin application. The most important application which I visualize is from the pharma manufacturing area is a predictive maintenance. Now, as we are increasing the maturity level from adoptions of digital technologies about cloud, IoT sensors, and the digital twin can really contribute it to achieving this implementation maturity to reduce the equipment downtime. This has been observed wherever these companies are implemented that it has been reduced by 75%. What it is doing it, at a shop floor level, those parameters which are there monitored are also virtually created in a digital twin. And digital twin can monitor those parameters and observe it. Is there a possibility of having any breakdown or any disruption into the processes, and can generate an alert message and tell the shop floor to take a necessary corrective action, which will help in prevention of equipment failures. And this is why we call it the AI-powered digital twin monitoring performance. And if you reduce those breakdowns and take a necessary corrective action, your batch failures are not there. That really improves optimizes the production, optimizes the equipment performance, and this is where it prevents any significant batch loss or any regulatory compliances issues and all that sort of a thing. And this is where the integration of IoT sensors with the cloud, with the digital twin, with artificial intelligence can really play a very important role in improving your production performance, equipment availability, and all that sort of a thing. So these are the main uses where you can use the digital twins and all. So now digital twin has got many other applications also. Now we are also having a patients, and in a healthcare system, you want to monitor those patients' health parameters. No, in a healthcare system, you want to monitor them. This is where I discuss in another episode about how IoTs are really going to play important role. IoT like wearable devices and those patients' health parameters, all that data is going to get captured. Now, this data can also be virtually monitored in a digital twin and all the things. So this is where we are talking about the digital revolution. So virtual reality is also available, which helps in advanced simulation technologies and all those things. So digital twin along with the virtual replicas of the physical systems can play a role. And that helps starting from the drug development, manufacturing, and the patient care. Now, this patient's data can really help you to offer him the necessary treatment changes or something like that. And this has been observed that presently, which is a around $900 million market, is reached to 9 billion. So you can see that almost a 25% growth rate is expected during the next uh, 8 to 10 years, actually. And investment patterns are there. Like a lot of companies are now are keen to adopt to this particular technology in an integration to get a benefits about the digitization and all. Another application is about the regulatory changes and its impact and all that sort of thing. As you know, we are also monitoring the process and quality parameters. Again, as I discussed, related to machines and equipment, your process parameters are also getting captured. And this data also can be virtually checked along with the digital twins so that you can see if there are any possibilities of any deviation of those parameters which are the trend shows that they are likely to exceed the limits or something like that, and that will help to give the alert messages to the manufacturing area to monitor those things and all the sort of a thing. So automated monitoring systems also can be taken into consideration, can be entered. And this also helps with the artificial intelligence because when you see those real-time process parameters with an IoT interface or something like that, and then artificial intelligence can do the predictions about the process parameters crossing the maybe upper lower control limits or limits which have been designed or something like that. And then that proactive adoption based on to the predictions which have been there from the digital twins can really help. And this really helps any manual efforts which presently are being doing it based on to the parameters and the skills who are monitoring those things and all this. Right? So these are add-on benefits from the digital twins and all. Now, this also gets linked up to the your compliance monitoring system. As I mentioned to you, this process parameters or quality parameters, those gets recorded for the compliance monitoring systems and all this. Right? This is where digital twin technology again comes into the picture because it's continuously assessing the operation against the regulatory requirements about the process parameters and all. Right? So a real-time compliance status is available, and this data is also used into the data integration. See, we are capturing this data from the manufacturing equipment, from quality system, from the process parameters and the documentation systems and all. All this gets integrated and those are being projected onto a comprehensive dashboards. This is where it can really identify if there are any potential violations are there before they occur. So that is what is its most important thing. So we are moving to the predictive system than of uh, any analytics which has been done after those process parameters have been recorded and all that sort of thing. This gets further extended into your healthcare system. This is where the patients are having certain dosages about treatments, and then the precision is there based on to your patient's healthcare parameters and all that. As we go on getting this maturity into digital systems that, as I mentioned again into earlier episodes about IoT's adoption, where wearables and other details are now available of capturing those IoT data from the patient's healthcare systems and all that sort of thing. Digital twin can also help in the medication dosing systems and all that. Like it can really optimize those medications and all based on to the particular patient specific characteristics and all that sort of thing. As you know, each patient has got a different treatment requirement depending upon his health systems and all that sort of a thing. Companies, the doctors, they monitor those parameters. Now, monitoring those parameters with IoT and with the healthcare systems can be monitored even if the patients are at home also. So integrating that patient's data with the wearable devices from the genetic systems and all that builds up his electronic health records and all that sort of thing. And a personalized dosing system is really available or it's offered to him and all. And that is where the maximizes efficacy and all that sort of a thing and reduces any adverse effects are likely to happen it based on to the medical treatment which is given to him and all that sort of thing. So personalized treatment is going to be a most important thing as far as the digital twins contribution into the healthcare. And as these digital twin systems are getting matured, personal treatment selection is also getting improved day by day. This is now available based on to the individual patient's response, based on to his therapeutic interventions and all that sort of thing. So patient's profile, patient's historical treatment, everything is been monitored using the digital twins around, and that will lead to the optimal treatment selections and providing it and all this. But this will improve the therapeutic outcome from the patient's point of view as well as from the company point of view. Is the company is building up a good personal communication relationship with the patient and patient safety, patient's confidence, patient satisfaction is going to be more important and all. So considering all these benefits, what is really going to be the market growth? As I mentioned, the market growth, which is around 900 million over there, is likely to cross to around 9 billion and all with 25% growth rate and all that sort of thing. So digital twins technology recognizes as a strategic capabilities and all that sort of thing, which is going to have a integration with IoT, cloud, and healthcare systems and all. And this gives a competitive advantage over the other companies or other healthcare systems providers and all that sort of thing. And that reduces the cost of treatment also. So this is where the digital twin market discussed about the uh, growth market, but this, when it comes to a digital twin adoption, which is expected to be about 25 billion, is likely to go to 155 billion by 2030 with about 34% growth rate, which is rapid growth, which is really going to come. And this has got a financial impact also, which really helps from the drug development, manufacturing, going up to the patient healthcare systems and all. So that is what is the covering a big landscape onto the pharma value chain creations and all that sort of thing. Now I want to discuss something about technology integrations and what are going to be a competitive advantage. So synergetically, we have to really look at it how different technologies are really going to get integrated. Now, the technologies which can be integrated into digital twin are artificial intelligence, machine learning, generative AI, because now you have to have a good chatbot also with LLM and all that can be shared from the patients also. And then that generative AI can create a novel, realistic, and a complex data for the digital twin. And that, based on to that, digital twins can do the analytics, as I mentioned, into AI and all that, and really create those modeling scenarios and then give the generating insights and all that sort of thing. So autonomous digital ecosystems is a continuous process, it's continuous learning, continuous adoption, and optimizations without much of a human intervention. Because with your IoTs, the real-time data capture will be there about the healthcare parameters and all. So sustainable competitive advantages can be achieved by adoption of the innovation based on to the speed and the operational efficiency. At the same time, keeping in mind about the regulatory agilities and patient services also. So this is where the performance of metrics goes on improving and all, and digital twin capabilities are getting matured, which can be also used for the drug development. So strategic value creation by digital twin is really taking place and all this stuff. Now we have seen, okay, what are the different technologies are there, but how you will develop an architecture and then the integration strategy. That also you have to think about it. So technology complexities are there because you are looking at adoption of the different technologies. Your data sources may be different. Your analytic platforms may be different. You are looking for a simulation of the various engines are to be taken into consideration. So you have to also maintain the data quality, data security, real-time performances and all, and keeping in mind about the regulatory requirement. So technological complexities are also there. You are also looking at it for a data integration and system operability. So addressing those integration challenges is also there. Meeting those different systems interoperability requirements are to be thought about it. But cloud is a good technology which you can really adopt it and integrate digital twin platforms onto the cloud platform, where you will be able to integrate artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoTs, and all that sort of a thing. And this can really create and work in a global environment. So that's what really we should look at it. Now, we discussed about the use cases, we discussed about the technologies and all that sort of a thing. But what is most important is the change management. The organization should be ready to adopt to these particular technologies, adopt to those how they will be used, how that data will be captured. You may have to do the process redesigning. You may have to do the capability development. You may have to do cultural transformations and all that sort of thing. These are the things which needs to be considered for the successful implementations and all. And now this is everything is going to shift onto the virtual platform. So now this data is captured from IoT is going directly to cloud, directly integration with the digital twins and all that sort of thing. So earlier when those skills were there at operating levels and all that sort of thing, that's not really going to happen. So those skills have to develop the mindset about the organizational mindset that this is a fundamental change will be there onto virtual platforms and all this stuff. So leadership also have to really make that commitment onto the investment, training to those skills, taking all those operating people into the confidence and all that sort of thing. So combining technology and combining operational organizational is most important thing. That will build up the capabilities of virtual first actually. That's why I mentioned that digital twins unplugged actually, about the virtual revolution. So that's what is the heading which I gave onto this particular podcast episode. So you have to really build up those new competencies, new collaborations, and all those sort of things. And this is where the new emerging technologies are really going to contribute and build up those capabilities and all. So quantum computing is also another new technology which is really coming up for molecular simulations and drug optimization. Advanced artificial intelligence is coming up with autonomous creation of the novel drug candidates. Next generation simulation platforms are coming up for manufacturing optimization. These are the future things which are now in platforms in the next couple of years or something like that. So we have to really keep into that mind also. Now, new IoT sensors, wearable devices are coming up for data capture. Continuous optimization across the entire product life cycle is availability. Real world evidence building up platforms are also getting comprehensive pharma ecosystems and all. And autonomous optimization capabilities are coming up as we go on building up the huge data, big data comes up into the picture, and then those algorithms are getting developed and all that sort of thing. So, as a management leadership point of view from the industry leadership, you have to really keep all these competitive possibilities into the mind. So, your strategies have to be developed, how you will optimize the manufacturing operation, regulatory compliances, personalized therapeutic approaches to the patients and all, with the organization resilience and all that sort of things. So, these are the various things. Management leadership should think about it, and they should really plan about the investments, the technologies, the skills training, and organizational transformations and change managements and all the things. So with this background, I think I'm just coming to a conclusion that you have to reimagine the pharmaceutical developments, what really is going to happen in the next couple of years. So you have to think about the leveraging simulations, predictions, and optimization. These are the things which you will have to keep it into mind. So accelerating innovation while you have to also keep it in mind about reducing the cost. You have to think about the innovations also. Collaboration with the technology partners is also there. Enhancing the patient's access is there. Transforming the pharmaceutical operations from the drug discovery, drug development, going up to the patient care and all those sort of things. So it's a vast areas which really we are covering up from the pharma value chain point of view. So with this, I think I'm coming to the end of this particular session. We have also discussed various areas, like I mentioned, that referred about the IoTs into my other episodes into uh, focused. So do request all of you to look at it, those other episodes also. I'm quite sure since this whole technology is really going to be a huge thing, and each technology has got its own advantages, but we have to look at it in the integrations also to get a maximum benefits. So do refer to other social platforms also, and refer to your uh, friends and colleagues also. I'm quite sure they'll be also benefited. Thank you. Bye.